Welcome to another Ask Arlington. I'm Ryan Hunt. On this episode, we're focusing on the Arlington Convention and Visitors Bureau's Family Reunion Planning Workshop. That's on March 2nd at the Downtown Library. And joining me now to answer your questions is April Luter, Director of Partnerships for Arlington CVB. April, thank you for being here. So I'll let you kind of tell us more about the workshop and kind of go into what the Convention and Visitors Bureau does for the city of Arlington.
Sure. Well, thank you, Ryan, for having me. I really appreciate it. Well, the Arlington Convention and Visitors Bureau is the destination marketing arm for the city. We partner with the hotels and our restaurants and our attractions here in Arlington and work on really inviting people to come and experience Arlington, spend money, and stay here and enjoy all the things that we have for both visitors and residents. Yeah. So the Family Reunion Planning Workshop, this is actually our third year. Yeah. We're excited. But this workshop really focuses in on providing tips for people who maybe it's their first time or maybe it's their 10th time to plan a family reunion. Arlington is really family central when it comes to providing those family-friendly activities. And so we're a very popular family reunion destination.
Absolutely, and this year it's at the library, which is different. It was at Alley Cats, I think, previously, so this year the library, our brand new downtown, so that'll be a cool space to have that.
We're very excited to be partnering with the library. It's a great space. If you haven't actually been to the library, I highly recommend it, but we're very excited to be hosting it there. We're going to be in one of the meeting spaces down on the first floor. So again, great central location for people to come and join us on a Saturday morning.
Absolutely. And so, April, you touched on this a little bit, but say this is the first time that I'm planning a family reunion workshop. I imagine there's a lot of people that are doing this for the first time. You don't need to be a professional to come to this workshop, right? It's open for everybody trying to do this.
Exactly. In fact, if you're not a professional, this is really for you. We're going to be delving into some tips and tricks on how to make sure that you get the best bang for your buck when it comes to working with hotels or maybe caterers. We'll also be providing some insight into the best questions to ask, along with fun things like some suggestions on games you can play to get kids off of their electronics and interacting with the family. And really, again, making sure that you have a fun, affordable, because most times family reunions, their budgets are really tight. But really, helping provide those tips for those people who maybe have never done this before. But even if you have, I think you're probably going to learn at least something that morning.
So it's a wide range. People who have done this before and maybe need a few more expert tips, and then obviously first-time people that are doing this as well. So that's great. So, and do you need to live in Arlington to attend this workshop?
No, actually, we are happy to have anybody. Of course, we want to have as many Arlington residents as we possibly can, but anybody that is looking to plan a workshop or plan a reunion, it's open. So anybody from the North Texas area that wants to join us, we would love to have them.
That's great. And the last question I have for you is, does this workshop apply to family reunions only?
No. In fact, a lot of the information that we are going to be providing is really related to any kind of event that you might be planning, whether it's a wedding, whether it's a class reunion, a military reunion, any kind of like large event where you might be utilizing hotels or caterers or anything like that. Again, we're going to be focusing on family reunions, but that information can really translate over to any kind of social event.
Another important point I want to touch on is the time of the workshop. I'll let you get into that. And what can people expect when they actually get there in the morning? Take us through a walkthrough of what they can experience.
Sure. So we're going to be starting around 9 o'clock in the morning. Registration will start around 8:30. It is a free event, but we are asking people to register ahead of time so we know how many to plan for. So around 9 o'clock we'll get started after a light continental breakfast. And we'll have a few breaks where you'll actually be able to interact with some of our partners. We'll have some hotels and attractions where you can ask them about discounts or their room rates and really get to know some of our partners. So then around 11 o'clock we will probably end, and then you'll have more time to interact with our partners. And we will also have door prizes from all of our partners. So we'll be doing some giveaways from our hotels and attractions that are participating as well.
That's really exciting. April, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
All right, so that's the Convention and Visitor Bureau's Family Reunion Planning Workshop, March 2nd at the Downtown Library at 9 a.m. start time. Hopefully we'll see you there. In the meantime, that'll do it for this edition of Ask Arlington. We'll see you next time.